When it comes to the holiday season, sides are sometimes overlooked. Now, a few weeks ago, I did a beautiful turkey video. Make sure you go back and watch it because it's a two-parter, one for the brine, one for the smoke. And today, we are going to be on the grilling deck. We're going to be firing up one of the best workhorses, and what we're going to do... No. I need you over here. Because what we're going to be using instead, this beautiful Primo Kamado. And it's going to go up to 375 degrees because we are going to be making a smoked bacon jalapeno cheddar cornbread. Let's get started. Before we step over into the culinary masterpiece that is my kitchen, we have to get this grill fired up. So of course we got our grilled laser grill gun, first time, and we got a full bed of charcoal right here. Take a look. And what we're going to be doing is using this grill gun. Get it started. We've got our fire started, so now let's go down. And we're gonna open our damper on the bottom one to 2.5, or about 2 1/4 maybe, just like that. And we're gonna let this fire burn for about 5 minutes, get it nice and hot, set our heat deflector plate in, and set the top damper to about 2.5 to 3 as well. That should get us right at 375. Right about there. Let's step inside. The first step in the process for this amazing, flavorful, flavor-packed cornbread that's going to not be as much talk as the turkey if you follow my instructions on the turkey video, but it's going to be definitely the talk of the sides for sure. So we have to take our, what I got was some cracked black pepper bacon here from Oscar Mayer, and we're gonna chop this up. And of course, like grandma's cooking with your cornbread, we're gonna be using a cast iron skillet to get everything going. So we're gonna take the bacon out, we're gonna dice it up, and then we're gonna cook it and get it crispy in the pan, and we're gonna use that bacon grease later. You wanna go with a full pound of bacon because this is going to be a pretty big pan of cornbread. So all we're gonna do again is, and to keep it easy, I'm just gonna leave it like that. Take a sharp knife, slice it down, just like that. And we're gonna dice it up even more. But just make sure that you get it nice and small because we want to get all of this cooked through thoroughly, and we want to make sure that we render a lot of that bacon grease because it's gonna come in handy when we throw it on our smoker. So we got it chopped up pretty small, you know, a couple big pieces in there. It's not a big deal. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I love these disposable ones. The pan's hot. Listen to that sizzle. We're gonna dump all of it in there. And we're gonna render this down. It's gonna take about 10 minutes or so. We're gonna render it down, and then we're gonna get started mixing everything together. Most people would probably make this from scratch. I just take it a step easier because I want you to make barbecue your own way. But I'm telling you, this Krusty's honey cornbread, whatever it is amazing. It's super simple and you can find it in any grocery store. But while the bacon is still rendering right there, we're gonna go ahead and mix this stuff together. So we got our pack here, and simple as pouring it in there, like so. Next, we take a heritage egg here. Look at that amber yolk, beautiful. Next we need 2/3 cup of milk. So we're gonna take 1, pour it in, boom, 2, pour it in, boom, just like that. And then it calls for vegetable oil, but we're gonna go a different route. We got some Kerrygold butter, we're gonna melt it down and pour it in. Our bacon, here, come in close, take a whiff Look how crispy that is. Delicious. Look at all that good bacon grease. It's gonna be good for this cook. Can you smell it? Can you taste it yet? Almost there. So we're gonna let this sit and rest for just a few minutes, and then we're gonna drain it and reuse some of that bacon grease. So we got 1/3 cup of melted liquid gold, and watch this, just pour it right in. Now you don't wanna pour it in while it's hot because you can actually start cooking stuff. We let this sit just a few minutes, cool down but not solidify. Now we are going to mix this together, and then we're gonna add in our rub. We're gonna add in our jalapenos, our bacon, and our cheese. We have some Cracker Barrel extra sharp cheddar cheese. We're gonna grate it down to about halfway, and then we're going to mix this in the bowl first. We're gonna take this and we're going to use the larger side here to grate it down. And all you're gonna do is up and down, just like that. Now we have all this freshly grated cheese, and we're just going to sprinkle it in like so, and then we're going to fold it in. If you've seen Schitt's Creek at all, it's one of the best scenes in the show. Fold it in, just like that. Now we're gonna take some fresh jalapenos here, and this is really simple. All we're gonna do is cut the top off like that, and then we're gonna cut it lengthwise this way, like so. Now we're gonna grab a spoon and we're gonna pull out those seeds. Now all we're gonna do is simply stack them like this, cut them this way, very easy. Same thing here, just cut them lengthwise. And then we're just gonna dice them up a little bit more and fold them in as well. So carefully take your knife and scoop it up and mix them in just like that. Make sure you get all of it. We only ended up cutting up 2 jalapenos because that's gonna be more than enough. Next, we're gonna take our honey chipotle killer bee rub. Now you don't have to add barbecue rub, this is just gonna give it a little bit of a sweetness flavor to it. And we're gonna put about a tablespoon in, which I like to go a little heavy on. And now, we take it again and mix it in like that. It's kind of looking like cheese dip right now. It is okay, because we still have a couple more ingredients to put in. The bacon, you can hear that, is nice and crispy. So we're gonna take some tongs and we're gonna transfer this over just like so. Look at how great that looks. You can hear the crispiness to it. The bacon is gonna add a really nice savory flavor to it, but with the honey chipotle killer bee rub by Cosmo Q, that's gonna give it that nice sweetness flavor that we're looking for. Now, any of you older than 36 like myself, you know that your grandparents used to keep some kind of container with bacon grease in it. Now we have a lot here, but what we're gonna do with this, we're gonna dump some of it out right here into my container of bacon grease, and we're gonna leave just enough on the bottom to oil that pan and keep it seasoned. That's why using this to crisp up that bacon is such a great idea. Here is the secret to the final step to getting this mix completely done and to make sure it stays moist and doesn't dry out on the grill. We're gonna throw in a little bit of sour cream. So we're just gonna take a big heaping spoonful like so. It's about a half cup, maybe a little more. Of course, mix all of that together. That's gonna give it some creaminess, some texture, but it's also gonna help it stay nice and moist while it's cooking on the grill. We're finally at the final step where we're gonna put it on the grill, which it is at 375 to perfection because ceramic grills, Primo especially, makes an amazing product. and they're such amazing cookers as well. We're gonna take this, we're gonna set it on the grill for 45 minutes. Make sure that you get your Grillaholics glove to hold this hot pan. I'll see you on the grilling deck. Sitting to perfection at 375. Again, always burp your grill. Set this on there, just like so. Look at that. Now in 45 minutes, we're gonna come back and check on this beauty, and it should be done. So it's been 45 minutes or so. Let's take a look. Burp the grill. Look at that. Beautiful center. Do the jiggle test. It's looking good. So we're gonna take this off. We're gonna let it rest and cool down for a few minutes. Now if you come in a little bit close here, the temperature got away on the grill a little bit, and you know, sometimes things don't work perfectly where the bottom burnt and the sides burnt. The inside is still good. We are still going to cut it down the middle, like so, and then cut it here, and then cut it here. We're just gonna assume that that side is like a pie crust, right? Take that out. Look at that bacon, steaming hot, still good. And that is the end result right there. We've got lots of bacon, we've got the cheese melted, we've got steam, we've got the jalapeno, pepper, everything involved. So now, my favorite part, the bite test. Looks like I got a little jalapeno in there, a little cheese, and we're gonna get that big chunk of bacon right there. There we go. Woo, that's good. The sides might not have been perfect. The bottom may not have been perfect. The grill temperature got away. It's a little windy today, but you can also blame it on bad cooking. That's fine. I'll take the heat. But the flavor in this is absolutely amazing. Here we go again. We'll do the up close one. That was really good. I'm gonna take one bite. Wow, that's good. It's got a lot of flavor to it. Just make sure you keep an eye on it. I let it get away. I was watching the football game. No big deal. This is definitely gonna be a winner. If you cook it in your oven, that's fine. Cook it on the pellet grill, cook it on your Kamado. I chose the Primo because the Primo always pumps out great food. And even though the sides were burned, it still pumped out some amazing flavor and some smoky flavor to it as well. Make sure you eat good, you do good. We'll see you next time.